All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let me know how it sounds. All right. So, Angry Family. Very good. Um, yeah, guys. So, for those of you that didn't know, were thank you, Nostradamus. Appreciate it. Those of you who weren't aware, myself and Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, we were at the Great American Outdoor Show. Um, it was an okay show. It was an okay show to attend. I guess if you wanted to I guess if you were in the area and you needed time to kill, that was probably the show to that would be the show to go to. Now that show had more outfitters, right? So a lot of I guess hunting guides and stuff like that. They had a lot of those vendors there. The gun portion was very light, at least comparing to the last time I was there. Nonetheless, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the shot show, that's for sure, but it was okay. Paladin One, yeah, this is not a bear shirt. Uh, Apparently, everybody in the uh, anybody with balls and testosterone goes around with this saying, and I had this saying in a coffee mug. It said, it says, "No one fucking cares. Work harder." Right. So there's like different variations of it. Everybody says it, so it's not a what you call it. It's not just Bear. Other companies and other T-shirt companies use this. So, so yeah. Somebody said okay. Yeah, Agonizer. It was okay American Outdoor Show. Listen, again, when you compare it to the Shot Show, which you should never do, but when you do that, you set yourself up for failure, or you set your not you set yourself up for failure, but it just seems so lackluster in comparison. And with the Shot Show, you would be there all 5 days, and I can guarantee you still would not have been able to see half the tables that were there. So it's always it's just something you shouldn't do. So I might be going to the what is that? The NRA show. I think that one's in shit, man. NY Prepper was telling me where it was, but I'll be looking forward to going to that, and then the Blade show, which I think is in April. I might be going to that as well. We shall see. So anyway, guys. So tonight's subject, we are talking about uh, could this whole balloon fiasco uh, be the beginning of the 2025 war? Now, I think the question to that is, or the answer to that, sorry, is no. This is not going to start it, but this could put us on the path to it. So it's not, like I said, I don't think it's anything that we have to worry about. What I find interesting is the Chinese response to this whole mess. Now, I know a lot of people, which I have to say, this balloon crisis, if you will, and it wasn't a crisis, it was an incident. And then, even then, it wasn't an incident, it was a planned incident. Because there's no way NRA are two-way traders. All right, Johnny 308, I'll take that in consideration. I think it was Kevin Griff, I think it was in Indiana. Um, so, sorry. With that, guys, the Chinese, the Chinese spy balloon wasn't what people are saying it was, right? So people were like, it was a vehicle device to deliver bombs. It was a vehicle device to deliver an EMP. And I'm like, no, it wasn't any of that. We have, well, not we, they have vehicles, guys, to get that over here a lot faster than floating it across the Pacific Ocean so that everybody could watch it coming over here. So everybody in the intelligence community saw this balloon coming. They saw it for weeks before it got here. Now they'll sit there and say, "Oh, we only found out." They found out a week ago, a week and a half ago. They knew well before then that this balloon was headed over in this direction. So to sit there and say that, well, they're going to put an EMP device on it, or this is so that they could put up, what was it, hypersonic missiles on a balloon. Now, Epic Times did a whole article or a news skit on this, and I'm like, so you mean to tell me that the Chinese built this balloon to put hypersonic missile warheads on it, so that again we could watch this thing floating from across the way as slowly as it did? That is like the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard of. I'm sorry. I've never heard such stupidity with this thing being a delivery device for Armageddon. Stop it. It's just, there's so many other faster ways, and there's more unofficial ways for them to get it here, right? Through way of, I don't know, a ship, right? A boat of some kind, and not a military boat, just a cargo ship, right? There's so many different ways they could get that thing over here faster and unseen. Putting it on a balloon for all to see, it's not the way. Um, yeah, it's just I've never heard like with Epic Times. I was really disappointed in that story. And now they said that a Canadian scientist stated that he saw them on the balloons with the hypersonic missiles. I'm like, then I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Maybe they're trying to see if they can carry it. Maybe they were using it as a delivery um, service to get hypersonic missiles over to certain areas. I don't know, but to use it to attack us is the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard of. With the technologies we have today, guys, that makes zero sense to go backwards and put them in a balloon. Yeah. So I mean, again, um, we need to stop the speculation and the ridiculous. Listen, you guys know I'm all for conspiracy theories, but some of it just sounds stupid. And I mean, listen, even sometimes I'll have conspiracy theories, and after I go over it and I say it, I'm like, that was stupid. That was pretty stupid. This is another a stupid one. They were powered by solar panels. Husky mom, I did see that, so that made sense why they were powered by solar panels. But missiles and an EMP device. For an EMP device to be on it, first of all, it would have had to been a lot higher. It would have had to been in the stratosphere for it to be effective. Now, if they had three or more balloons at that height over the United States, yes, they could have did some serious damage. One balloon wasn't going to do that damage, and one balloon wasn't going to do that damage at that height. So again, before like all the other prepper channels are like, this balloon was going to take America out. Stop being a prick and an asshole and a loser all at the same time. It doesn't work that way. You know what? You know what works? What works? Doing your research works. Like this whole, what was it? Second? No, I'm sorry. DefCon 2 shit that was going on. Again, you could reach a little, whatever your name is, sarcasm. It has to be in the stratosphere. That's the level it has to be in to detonate to maximize its damage, or three balloons at that altitude or lower, and it could do that damage as well. Again, a little bit of research, right? The DefCon 2 shit that was going around on social media and on YouTube. Again, another falsehood. I don't know where people are pulling this shit out of their ass about DefCon 2. I know there's a couple of YouTubers that shame on them for even repeating some shit that they are not going to know. They're military buddies. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. People who work for NORAD, people who are hip to the whole DEFCON levels, they are under complete and utter scrutiny when it comes to leaking information out. And there are information at the highest level, guys, that we will never know about until it's well past, right? So, again, why, talk about DEFCON 2 when in fact we weren't even in DEFCON 2. I don't even think we were in 3, and they said because of the balloon we were at DEFCON 2. No, we weren't. We might have moved to 3, from what I've read, and especially military.com, we're probably still in 4. We're definitely not in 2, nor we are anywhere near 2. If we go to DEFCON 2, guys, you will see some shit going down if we're in DEFCON 2. DEFCON 2 is massive movements of military personnel, not just vehicles, personnel. You see massive movements and disappearing of politicians. You see certain businesses that are connected, heavily connected to the military, start saying shit like, I don't know, leaking shit out to their friends, if you will, and then telling their friends, you guys gotta fucking keep cover. Nadira, this is a channel that curses. If you haven't been warned, you've been warned now. This is a cursing channel. So anyway, guys, with that, it's divergent notes. I didn't say CP said that unless somebody else said it. But yeah, there are a lot of people on YouTube talking about DEFCON 2. It's again, it's another fucking. You know, I mean, listen, I get it if you want to make that comment and then you want to say your military buddy told you. The fuck out of here. Your military buddy's not going to fucking tell you that. Right? And then even then, you're going to see it for yourself, especially if you live near a military base. Right? So again, guys, you know, the world stopping. Cursing isn't necessary, but it's called free speech. Ma'am, sir, I don't know who or what you are, but yeah, I do it because I can. Because when I was born, God gave me the right to speak how I wanted to speak. Or my parents told me, speak how you want to speak. It's called being yourself. If I stop, listen, guys, if I stop cursing, something's wrong, right? If I start cursing and I'm staring at you guys and I'm blinking like fucking 8 times, something's wrong and there's a gun to my head. Then you'll know that either I'm dying of cancer or I'm being held hostage when I stop cursing. Other than that, guys, yeah, I mean, you know, again, guys, the if you don't like it, this isn't the channel for you, right? I'm not one of those channels that like I play to the curse gods, you know, like, oh my god, if I curse, YouTube's going to demonetize my videos. Listen, they're demonetizing my videos and other videos just because, right? So it don't matter. And again, it is what it is, guys. But I'm telling you right now, if I ever go through a video and he goes, yo, he didn't curse once, is he dying? Or did he eat spam? You know, it's one of the two, right? One of the three: eating spam, I'm dying, or I got a gun to my head. You know, so that's how you know something's wrong. Oh my God, he didn't curse one time. So anyway, guys, with all of that being said, we have to be very careful of what we say and how we say it. Yes, we can absolutely, if you will, we can absolutely talk about certain situations that are going on, but we have to be careful how we record it. I mean, or report it, rather. Sorry, right? So you have to be, you have to just be responsible. That's all, you know. You know, that's all it is. It's what we do, you know. I mean, people like, there's an EMP on the bottom of that balloon. No, there isn't. No, the fuck there wasn't. There wasn't even anything close to it, you know. And we can't be the opposite of the left, guys, right? So the left, they lose their. For example, the left is blaming Trump for the balloons. So the balloon incident, Balloon Gate happens, and then with all of that being said, guys, they shoot it out of the sky. They watch this thing come from over the Pacific Ocean. They watch it come across like, okay, here, yep, guys, here it comes. Are we going to do anything about it? Oh, it's in our airspace. Are we going to do anything about it now? No? Okay, wait. Okay, now it's over. Guys, it's fucking over Maelstrom. We're going to do anything about it now? No. There are people in Montana. There's 5 motherfuckers in Montana. I doubt very much it's going to hit any one of them. Nonetheless, they don't wait. So it makes its way across out to the ocean in the Atlantic, and they go, all right, shoot it down. This thing, guys, was just not even a major distraction, but obviously, if the Biden administration didn't shoot it down from jump, what does that say about the Biden administration? And then turn around and blame it on Trump. They screwed up. They could have shot it down days before it even got into our airspace, which I'm pretty sure they would have been fine with doing. And then it gets into the airspace. It goes over sensitive areas in the United States. And with that, they blame Trump. They go, well, Trump had 3 balloons under his watch. So now this administration, the Biden administration, they come out and say that Trump's administration had knowledge of 3 balloons. And then a NORAD general or 2 NORAD generals stated that that was false and that was not the case. That never happened under Trump's watch. But of course, they do anything and everything they can to blame it on a guy who had nothing to do with the situation. If the fucking world cracks in two today, they're going to blame Trump for it, right? He knew about the destruction of this planet. He knew before what was going to happen. This administration has no accountability, zero. And the people who follow this administration, i.e. the morons, the liberal idiots, they sit there and they go, well, you know what? That's right. Trump probably did have them. Meanwhile, there's also no evidence that there were any balloons when Trump was in office. So, that all being said, guys, we can't be the left. We can't turn into the left and start lying and making shit up and sounding even crazier than them. Yes, some of our conspiracy theories do sound crazy, but they have been panning out. But to sit there and start lobbing shit into the YouTube universe by saying we're at DEFCON 2 because there were hypersonic missiles at the bottom of the balloon, that's a bit much, right? Are we still on this whole cursing shit? Is somebody still crying about me cursing? You know, there is a button at the bottom of your screen. It's the fucking off button. You just go boop, and then I disappear. The black guy turns blacker, and you can't see me anymore. You could do that, right? It really isn't nothing, guys. Cursing is just words. And if you are offended by words, you will not survive the apocalypse. The apocalypse will kill you. Because the apocalypse is going to be laced with profanity like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, so, I mean, guys, here's the deal. Do I think that this thing is going to start the war of 2025? Like I said before, no. I think it's going to put us on a path. I think it's going to raise tension between the U.S. and China. It absolutely is. But I don't think this is going to spark it off, right? With that, let's get into some of the things that I've been researching for tonight's video live stream that I was actually surprised to read. I'm always surprised to read this stuff. Because just when I think we can't get any stupider or the Chinese in their response can't get any dumber, it gets dumber. And I'm like, man, this is fucking crazy. Listen, guys, not just the left, but we are in fucking crazy town. We're in crazy town. And whatever. Anyway, so a massive Chinese surveillance balloon that moved across the continent, guys, was shot down, right? So a lot of us watched it get shot down. Some people were excited about it, but it's like the balloon being shot down is like a laser pointer for a cat, right? You know how distracting that is for a cat? You put that laser pointer on the wall and your cat's running around chasing after this laser pointer, especially if you put it on the floor. That's all it was, guys. It was a ruse. It was to get us fucking excited about it being shot down when it should have been shot down when it was over the Pacific Ocean. So when it shot it down over the Atlantic, it was bullshit. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't like, yeah. I was like, yeah, take that, China. I wasn't like that. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking idiot. Because I knew what this was. This was planned. This was some shit that they let go. And then once it happened, they were like, we did a good job. Once it recorded all of its information across the United States. Now, was it spying on military installations? No. Come to find out it was spying on something else. I'm going to get into that in a little bit, what it was spying on. And I thought that this was interesting. And I'm like, this makes sense. Well, this makes sense. And I have another theory about what these balloons could have been. But again, I'll get into that in a little bit. All right, guys. So initially spotted by a civilian. Initially, the balloon was spotted by a civilian air passenger late last week as it drifted over Montana. China quickly claimed ownership of the balloon, which sported a payload roughly the size of 3 school buses. The payload was the solar panels. It wasn't a payload. Claiming it was a civilian airship used for research, mainly for meteorology, right? Meteorology purpose, sorry. And this is according to the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, what I think this was, or it could have been, was them doing actual research, like no shit research, but towing the line as to how much respect they have for the United States by flying in our airspace and telling us, Latin America, South or Central America, Canada, and I think it was a couple other countries to go fuck themselves. Supposedly there was one over Japan. But I think they were doing some kind of research involved. That's a theory of mine. Again, a theory. I'm speculating. I'm not saying that's what it is. That they were doing research for something involving the planet. And they were probably listening to something. The other thing that it could have been, and that a military general was saying, is that they were trying to collect secret signals, signals that are high enough that civilians can't capture, but this balloon might have been able to capture. So there is that, right? So I never heard of secret signals. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's secret love songs between generals in the air. Who the fuck knows? But nonetheless, that's what they were saying it was. It might have been, sorry. So the Pentagon has confirmed the balloon was being used for surveillance, disputing China's claim that it was a civilian aircraft used for meteorological purposes. Uh, Brigadier General Pat Ryder said the balloon didn't pose a physical threat or military threat, but once again, it was detected the U.S. took steps to protect against foreign intelligence collections of sensitive material. So supposedly, they picked up the signal that it was trying to gather signal and they blocked it. That's supposedly. Who the fuck knows? Affected by the westerly and with limited self-steering capabilities, the airship deviated far from its planned course, states the Chinese. The Chinese sides regret the unintended entry of the airship into U.S. airspace due to force majeure. Force majeure. So they're saying it was an accident and it was forces out of their control. Bullshit. And I'm pretty sure the Chinese didn't use force majeure, but whatever. And even if that was the case, guys, here's the problem. If the Chinese said, oh, we're sorry that this thing floated into your airspace, then what the Chinese should have done, the responsible thing, was report it to the U.S. government, U.S. government agency, and say, hey, guys, we got a balloon that's out of control. We're sorry. It's floating into your airspace. Now, shooting it down was the proper response, again, when it was over this Pacific Ocean. So it's interesting, all of the bullshit that we're hearing. Now, me, personally, I think this is all bullshit. I think this is a lot of lying. I think this is fucking a lot of speculation. I think even the military general is lying. Listen, guys, these guys are not going to tell us the whole truth. They never will. Why? Because we can't handle the truth. What movie is that? But anyway, I find it interesting, guys, that both sides are talking out of their ass, and they're just never going to tell us. And we are going to sit here and believe whatever they tell us because we don't have anything else to go on. We really don't, you know? The FBI is expected to take custody of any recovered components of the balloon and ship them to its lab in Quantico for analysis and intelligence gathering. Now, I'm not sure why the FBI has took lead on this, but okay. Now, supposedly, I was told that when the debris from the satellite was being picked up, it was EOD guys. So I don't know why EOD guys would be involved. I'm not sure, but unless there were explosives on it, which again there weren't, you could look at the fucking thing and tell. Janine, the shirt says nobody cares, work harder. Add love. Yes, the entire world is laughing at us. And you know what makes it worse that the world's laughing at us is our response to it. The internet's response. You had people, again, on the internet, whether they were prepper or some conservative channel, flipping out over a balloon that was led into this country. Andrea, yes, the FBI. We're all safe now, guys. The FBI is going to get control of this. Everything's A-OK. We need Jack Nicholson for that part. Yes, we definitely do. Not a Bear Independent shirt, but I'm pretty sure he can make up a couple and sell them. But these are not Bear Independent. These are from a company I have no clue who I bought it from. This is how bad, guys, my fucking spending spree is or my buying shit. I buy shit from so many different small companies, I forget who I bought it from. To boot, I can't even find a receipt on this thing to be like, oh, this is the company I got it from. I don't know where the fuck it came from. So, yeah. It sucks. I'm wearing T-shirts and I don't know where the fuck the T-shirts came from. I even looked in the tag to look it up. I can't find shit on this T-shirt, man. But whatever. I'm gonna investigate a little more so I can get you guys the name of the company. But it was like it's like bullshit lettering, right? Like anybody can put this on a T-shirt. This is not a trademark saying, right? So Bear could put this shit on a T-shirt. I could put this shit on a T-shirt. It's just the lettering styles that matter. You can get the lettering styles right. You know what? And people will buy your shirt. So yeah. I buy too much shit, man. They told us. So with that, guys, let's see. The China's response to the spy balloon taken down was this. It was indiscriminate use of force. This is the Chinese. The Chinese are saying a lot about this. The Chinese are really mad about this. So that says something about their what is that called? When you give people too much fucking power and or too much leeway, and when they keep doing it and you tell them no, they fucking react to it poorly. Liberals do it all the time. Damn it, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, with that, guys, this is their response. They're like, how dare you shoot down, not audacity, there's another term. But it's interesting, like, how dare you shoot down our instrument over your land in your airspace? How dare you? Not a dictator. My second ex-wife. There's a fucking term when you do. Damn it, man! It's gonna fucking eat me alive now. Well, not eat me alive, but it's definitely gonna galls. No, close. It's when you tell somebody, and they expect it all the time. Entitled. Thank you, Marco. Entitlement. The entitlement they have over this country is insane. I know they have this entitlement over a lot of countries, but bravado is another one. But yes, arrogance. Thank you, Joe. But yes, it's entitlement. Thank you, Off Time, and thank you, Marco. Entitlement, guys. And entitlement only means one thing, guys. Yes, just being. Entitlement means one thing. That means they're given leeway for a lot of shit. A lot of shit. And being that this is shot down, they were like, how dare you? If we would have had, again, if I was in China and I flew a drone in a shitty Chinese neighborhood, nowhere near their sensitive military bases there, they would have absolutely thrown me in the brig and fucking took my drone apart and been like, where'd you get, where's the data going? What card is it? Who you working for? You know, like they in Chinese though. They would have been throwing fucking wonton soup at me and force feeding me fucking fortune cookies because I hate fucking fortune cookies. Like that's the kind of shit I would have went through if I would have flown a toy drone in China. So now this balloon flying 60,000 feet in the air, collecting information of some kind, and we shoot it down, and they're like, "How dare you? How dare you shoot down our instrument?" It's again, and it gets worse. Their response gets even worse. So China says it reserves the right to respond to the downing of their surveillance balloon. They reserve the right to respond. How? How in the fuck are they going to respond to this? Seriously, you know, I mean, like, anyway, following its shoot down by an Air Force F-22 Raptor over the weekend, China had characterized the U.S. response as an attack. It gets worse. Star Fury, thank you for the donation. Okay, Star Fury said an EOD, explosive ordnance detachment, is standard protocol or procedure for all things. Very good. To privately move it somewhere else. All right, that makes sense. Thank you, Star Fury. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the update. So, with that, guys, Their response, and they call it an attack, which they claim violates the spirit of international laws and can potentially worsen relations between both countries, us and China. So, the spirit of international laws. Now, the one thing about this country, guys, China that is, and Russia, they know how to manipulate the American people because we are fucking stupid. We will believe whatever they tell us, and we'll go, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have shot that. Because I can guarantee you, there are Americans, traitors, Benedict Arnolds, that are in this country, and I will side with China as well. We got people who will side with Russia at the blink of an eye. We have people who would undoubtedly side with China, especially on this. Because we're in Stupidville or Crazy Town. Wherever fucking town or village you think you live in, that's where we are. Crazy Stupidville. Whatever. And so in a complaint to the U.S. Embassy on Sunday, Vice Foreign Minister Xing Fenghua, that's not his name, I made that up, called the shoot down a U.S. attack on Chinese civilian unmanned airship by military force. So now they're trying to make bones about the United States shooting down an unmanned airship. There was nobody in it. There was nothing in it. There wasn't even a AI. And they're trying to make it like we shot down an airship with a person in it, and this is why they should respond in kind. What are they going to shoot down of ours? Oh, God. Seriously. Whatever. So, adding that the U.S. turned a deaf ear and insisted on using indiscriminate use of force against civilian airship about to leave the United States. And he goes, okay, sorry. Let me walk it back. This guy, Vice Foreign Minister Xing Fenghua, again, made that up, said that we used an indiscriminate use of force on a civilian airship that was about to leave the U.S. airspace. So what he's saying is that at this point, guys, the United States should have waited until it left their airspace and let it keep going about their business. That's what he was saying. Again, now that's audacity to make a comment like that. The audacity to make a fucking comment like, oh, you should have stopped this. You should have, you should have just let it go. You shouldn't have shot it down. It was already completed its mission. Let it go across the waters. Yeah, man. Like I said, guys, fucking crazy town. This is where we are. Guys, stop spamming the chat and listen. If my mother Spark drops the hammer on you, or Hudson Valley, or Gene, or no, listen, guys, they do what they want in the chat as far as like cutting people's nuts off. I can't do anything about it because I'm here. So do yourself a favor and who's spamming? Stop being a wuss. Yeah, again, if you guys are going to get into it in the chat with the mods, Godspeed. Anyway, the Vice Foreign Minister asserted that the U.S. obviously overreacted and seriously violated the spirit of international laws and international practice. Now, I've never heard of international laws being violated by being worded the spirit of international law. It sort of sounds like they're saying, well, because it was ours, you shouldn't have shot it down. And in the best interest or in the spirit of this law, you guys should have let it go. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like a bunch of fucking bitchery, but whatever. With that, guys, shooting down this thing was stupid. At the point where they decided to shoot it down, was very stupid. It was almost borderline retarded. They're like, oh, let's shoot it down now. We'll gain points with the American citizens. They'll see us take action and they'll vote for us. No, Dick, I'm still not voting for you because you should have shot this down even if they did, even if they took it down over the Pacific Ocean, still not voting for the guy. Guy's still a piece of shit. Everybody watched most people watched his address the other day, right? Well, Tuesday. It was a fucking shit show, man. And he lied throughout the entire thing. He sounded American at some parts. I thought something was wrong. And in other parts, when he just started outright lying, I was like, "Up there it is. There goes Joe Biden. He strikes again." Let's see. Where are we tonight? Where am I? Wow. All right, 36 minutes in. We still got a little ways to go, guys. Keep your panties on. So, guys, the Chinese government said Saturday that President Biden's decision to shoot down a spy balloon that finished crossing America was an excessive reaction and that it retains the rights to respond further. They keep repeating this, the Chinese, that is. They keep repeating that they're going to respond further. How? How are they going to fucking respond further? I am so curious. I'm really curious as to how this is going to end. Jason, will you do a live about gunshot wound treatments? Walk alone. That is not a bad idea. I would need a subject to work on, but yes, that is not a bad idea. Start doing some medical treatment lives. That's actually a good idea. Walks alone. Thank you for that. Somebody's going to have to remind me that later because I will undoubtedly forget by the end of this live stream. But thank you for the idea. So the U.S. was on a very firm legal footing in response to the Chinese balloon. The overflight could have only been undertaken with U.S. permission, which was clearly not sorted out. So again, guys, because we all know fucking old man Joe is in China's back pocket, all China had to do was ask. But again, their entitlement doesn't let them do that anymore. Their entitlement lets them think they can do this shit without any repercussions. Now, again, the repercussion of shooting down their balloon was bullshit. Again, it made its way across the United States. So I wish other countries would shoot them down, but no one else is going to do it. But yeah, listen, guys. Chest seals, wound packing. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing that. Like I said, I just need a person to help out with that. You know, a volunteer. But Wolf Mule. That's that. I was thinking that. I'm like, what are they gonna do? Pepper the United States with more balloons? You know. But yeah, that's interesting. Imagine, well, you know, we're gonna respond. We're gonna respond, all right. We're gonna send you more balloons with confetti in it, or they'll send balloons with nude pictures of Rosie O'Donnell. That'll get America going. Oh my God, wouldn't we? Forget about puking. Puking's that's the least of our problems. We'll all fucking die. Men's penises will fall off after seeing a nude picture of Rosie O'Donnell. Forget about it. And even worse, a nude picture of Rosie O'Donnell rubbing spam all over her body. That's what they would do. That's what it'd be in a balloon, and they would release it over America. Forget about an EMP. Forget about a nuke. Just do that, and you will destroy America like that. It'd be the worst thing anybody has ever seen. Anybody, including Rosie O'Donnell. So anyway, with that, guys, that would disable the country. That would disable the country because people would see the picture and start to have a stroke, a seizure, vomit uncontrollably until they're dehydrated and then die of dehydration. Some people would probably just bleed out because they can't believe what they're seeing. So yeah, man, it would be bad. It would be really bad. And I probably gave him the idea right now. Anyway, moving right along. The Pentagon has maintained that the object was observed moving over sensitive sites during the course of its journey across the United States, seemingly displaying the ability to linger over high security facilities and maneuver against the wind. Aha! So, again, guys, we all know it was bullshit. And we all watched it hovering in Montana, like it was just there. And they said that it had limited controls and all this other bullshit, but it happened to be hanging out over Malmstrom Air Force Base. Please. Right? I mean, seriously, please. Spare us the bullshit. Again, both sides are probably lying to us, guys. The Americans and the Chinese are probably both lying to us, you know? Yeah, that's too far now. Someone said nude pictures of Whoopi Goldberg. Went too far. Went too far. Yeah, it's just it's amazing. Like it had a propulsion, but they were just, the Chinese were saying, oh, it didn't. It was floating. It was on a pre-programmed flight that it lost the programming and went haywire on its own. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, listen, guys. There are a lot of stupid people in this world, but not all of us are stupid, right? So they just think we are. Anyway, during a press conference last week, Pentagon spokesman Pat Ryder said he would not go into any specific intelligence details the U.S. had obtained about the object and confirmed that it has the ability to maneuver, seemingly contradicting China's assertion that the object was merely moving waywards of wind, like the wind was carrying it. Sorry. With that, also, I did find interesting today, Grant Allen, I think he's on Instagram. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but Alan Grant or Grant Allen, whatever his name is, there was a report that there were American lettering or English lettering on the balloon or on the object that was carrying the balloon or the object that the balloon was carrying, sorry. And they think that it's some American company was working with the Chinese balloon company, but they're trying to make bones about it. I'm like, that's like saying that we have American writing on items that come out of China, right? So we know that there are going to be American letterings on a lot of stuff that the Chinese built, guys, because they ship it to us. Not to say that we don't have gear we send over there that they could be using for nefarious reasons as well, right? We do too much international trading with things we shouldn't trade with. When it comes to stuff that can be a potential security threat, we should not be trading with our enemies, period. We shouldn't even be trading with anybody who's associated with the Chinese or the Russians. We shouldn't be trading anything with the Ukraine, especially a country like that. So when it comes to stuff that has a security, has the ability to affect our security, we shouldn't be trading outside of that. That shit should only be meant for the United States and the United States alone, and not even its adversaries. I wouldn't even say its adversaries. Not even its their friends like the UK or Australia. Fuck that. Anything that can cause harm to our security measures here should not be fucking given up. But that's me. That's my opinion. Anyway, okay. During a press conference last week, Ryder added that the balloon had violated U.S. airspace and international laws, which is unacceptable. Now, we know this. Now, airspace, guys, the one thing about it, someone was like, well, it was 60,000 feet above. It's not American airspace. It is American airspace. It's classified as Class E airspace. Now, why do I know about Class E airspace? I know about Class E airspace because I know some of you are wondering, how did this fucking black nerd know this shit? Well, I'll tell you why I know this shit. I was studying for my drone license, right? And I never got to take the test, but I'm going to take it. But when you take this test, guys, to learn how to fly a drone or to fly a drone legally in the United States, you have to read about aeronautics. Now, I don't know why, because a lot of the aeronautic stuff, at least when I was studying it, I know they updated it. When they're studying it, was basically plain shit where my drone is never going to go. My never going to go that high. The drone, sorry, it's never going to go that high. So I don't know why I needed to know a lot of that shit, but they talked about Class E and shit like that, and I was like, what the fuck? Seriously? So that's why I know about it. Butt Nuggets, nice one. Yeah, okay. See you. Thank you for joining me tonight, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's why I know the Part 107 license. That's what the license was, guys. Part 107. Thank you for that, Castle King. Appreciate it. I don't want to get a ham license, white men, build America. I don't want one of those. I should, but I don't. It's so boring. It's so boring. Maybe I'll have to suck it up, but whatever. Black nerds rock. Yeah. Well, that's some nerd shit. Listen, I think everybody has some nerd shit in them. You know, some people, not everyone, but whatever. You get my point. So, guys, let's see. Where else we're gonna go? There's still a little more. So, China's outrage in response to the incident falls limp in light of the fact that available evidence suggests that the balloon, which China readily admitted originated from within their border, was both steerable and had been conveniently positioned over sensitive areas as it made its unauthorized entry into U.S. airspace over North America. The U.S. had every right to shoot it down again when it was over the Pacific Ocean, and did so once it's safely positioned over U.S. coastal waters. Again, Montana, 5 motherfuckers. If it hits one, you have 4. All you have to do is put a witness protection program person back in Montana, you're back at 5. Not a big fucking loss. Now, supposedly, guys, there were also balloons in Canada, South America, and or Central America. And I heard that there was one in Japan, and I thought there was one near France or Germany. I can't remember where I read that. So, do we think, guys, that we're going to see the war 2025 over this? No. But there was a general, General Mike Minahan, 4-star Air Force general, that made this prediction weeks before this incident happened. A little on the nose, but we'll let it go for now. He made this prediction about us going to war because he saw the tensions rising between both countries. Now, a situation like this, guys, whether we shot it down or not, already rose tensions even higher. And then we shoot it down, tensions have risen higher. So, nonetheless, guys, we are definitely on a path to a war with China. Are we going to see it in 2025? Probably not. Will we see it in our lifetime? Maybe. Probably in the tail end of a lot of our lifetimes. Those of us who are 40 plus, we'll probably see it in the tail end. Will it be the Great War of whatever year that goes down? Probably. Probably. It'll be one of the biggest wars this planet has ever seen. And the biggest war this planet has ever seen will probably be nuclear war. But boots on ground, hands-on war, this will probably be the biggest one. So, but yeah, guys. So with that being said, then you also have the Taiwanese situation, which it's seemingly pretty quiet right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Taiwan, but it's really quiet, and they are. Tad, thank you for the donation. It's been really quiet over there, so I don't know if China is about to attack. But I know that the Taiwanese president said that fighting is not an option. So, guys, if China attacks Taiwan, Taiwan will already be the Chinese before the United States gets a chance to react to it. So I don't think there'll be much of a war there. I don't think there'll be much of a response from us there. But the Taiwanese military general a year ago, 2 years ago, said that they will fight tooth and nail. So I found that interesting. No video, no sound. Elaine Ross, email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. Lord Jar Jar, he's always making a new video. There's nothing new. Listen, man, again, people who do fear porn, whatever your channel is, people who do fear porn, they do it for money. You have to sleep at night. Bottom line. You have to look yourself in the mirror and sleep at night knowing that you're putting out bullshit and scaring the shit out of people. That's on you. I can no longer do or talk anything about it. Yes, I know Piney Patriot said no video, no sound, and everybody else is saying 5x5, so. And I can hear myself on my iPad, so I think I'm fine. And guess what? I'm hardwired in today, so no accidents. No shutting off my own video and then blaming it on YouTube like I did last week. Right? That was last week. That was such a fucking low-life thing to do. Fucking YouTube motherfuckers, and it was me. Right? Nunya Beeswax. I wouldn't say a fallout. I would just say a giant disagreement. And Seach says, you're doing the same thing as Canadian Prepper. Seach, I don't know what channel you're watching. Do you have CP Dick on your face? Because I don't know what you're watching. I'm telling you what I'm reading. I'm not sitting there saying any of this is going to happen. I just find it interesting that the Chinese responded the way they did by saying that they're going to take further action. Seriously? You know, I mean, seriously, I don't understand how that's even a thing. How you violated our airspace, you violated international laws, but your response is, we're going to take more action. Yeah, so Don Lemon watches Angry Prepper, please. Don Lemon's another fucking prick. Fuck that dude. That's another guy. I mean, that like his fucking smugness. He has a face you want to punch. Don Lemon's. You ever looked at his face? You just want to punch him in the fucking mouth. It's just one of those guys. You ever saw a face you wanted to punch? You look at somebody like, yo, I'm gonna punch that dude in the face, and you don't know why. It's like this uncontrollable urge. That's what Don Lemon has. He has that punchable face, like a punching bag. But yeah, it's just again. I don't think, guys, we're going to be headed to any of these wars. Like I said, we'll probably see it in our lifetime. I don't think we'll see it in 2025, unless something drastic happens between now and 2025. I don't think we'll see the Great War of 2025. I really don't. Right? And yeah, and Siege or whatever the hell your name is. I don't sit there and go, guys, there's going to be a war any minute now. And, oh, wait a minute. Before we go to war, do me a favor. Buy some survival seeds from my store. And yada, yada, yada. Dick stroke, dick stroke. I don't do any of that shit. But, you know, whatever, man. If you think I'm doing it, then you know what? You can always hit the button and make the black guy disappear, right? It's called the off button. Boop, and I'm gone. You don't have to ever hear me again. It happened. Yeah, and everything happens tomorrow. Like, there was another channel I came across that I was like, there was a channel I came across. I was a little surprised. Was going down the whole, you know, like not conspiracy theory, but like the fear porn shit. And I'm like seriously, man. Like, you know, again, guys, it does cause for good views. It does. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Every time you look at a video, man, you got people who are scaring the shit out of people. They're getting some good views. I get it. But to say that it's going to happen and to say it's going to happen versus saying, I think this might happen, are two totally different fucking realms. Two totally different realms, guys. You know, I mean, like, I'll sit there and say, guys, yeah, we could have something cataclysmic happen this year and next year. I don't know what the fuck that is. And I might report on it and say what I think it might be. But again, I think it might be. Not that it's going to happen, you know? And then when it happens, I start bragging about it online. You see, guys, I told you it was about to happen. Look, I was right. You heard it from here first. You heard it from me first. It's a catchphrase to get people to come back to the channel because people will go, oh, he did say that first. Let's keep tuning into his shit. That's how you keep your subscribers. It's a catchphrase, guys. Don't fall for it. I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, again, guys, it's all bullshit. And now, listen, you're trying to make a living. I understand that. But when you are working everybody's last nerve, it's a problem. Somebody's called HT says he always fact checked. No one calls him. HT, are you fucking for real? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna address that one. That's stupid. There's so many stupid comments. Sorry, the stupid is starting to infect me. So many stupid comments when people like he fact checks. No, the fuck he doesn't. Nobody. Listen, guys. A lot of people don't. I even been caught out there not fact checking, and I got caught badly, right, with that whole media bullshit. But a lot of these guys do not fact check, guys, especially those who were talking about the DEFCON 2. They did not fact check. They didn't, and I fucking know they didn't for a simple fact of what I was witnessing when everybody was talking about DEFCON 2 and what wasn't happening. But James Brandon, yeah. Listen, I stopped listening to Full Spectrum a long time ago. and not because of his info. I just, like, you stop watching a YouTube channel, you move on to somebody else. But I hear bad things about the guy. In regards to that, like, as people, listen, if you are an entertainer and that's your shtick, that is fine. But if you're doing this and you believe this and you want people to believe this and you want people to keep coming back, that speaks volume about your person. I wouldn't trust these channels with fucking my worst enemy. All right? Because they're about money. They have no honor. Right? These men have zero fucking honor. And I'll tell you why they have no honor. Have you ever seen any of these guys help out or donate to anything? Have you ever seen them run a donation? Have you ever seen them fucking, talk about, hey guys, let's give to this charity? I've never heard these guys do that. I've never even seen these guys show up at a disaster site to fucking help. So again, and that's the difference between fucking guys who are talking the shit and doing the shit. No integrity. Thank you, Castle King. Exactly. No integrity. I guess, man. But it is what it is. What is AMTV? What's AMTV? You have no marbles? Marbleless. I don't know what that means. Timothy Larrett. I have no clue what that means. Speak English. Take out Pentagon contract, job is done. What the hell is AMTV? That's the second time someone said it's horrible. Alternative media. Oh, okay. Is that a YouTube channel? It's on YouTube. So okay, someone just answered it. It's on YouTube. All right. Morning television. No, they said alternative media. Sorry. Yes, YouTube channel. Okay. I have heard of them. Yes. I don't. Guys, I am sad at abbreviations. See, I'm a 45-year-old man and not a 14-year-old schoolgirl, so I don't do well with abbreviations. When people text me and they're like, FDISTXX, I'm like, what the fuck did that mean? What did he just text me? So then I got to look at it. Like an idiot, I got to fucking copy and paste it in Google and find out what these fucking acronyms mean. And then if you type in the wrong acronyms, you get 16 different fucking acronyms or meanings to that acronym. You're like, what the fuck, man? Why can't people just spell it out? People got to go LOL. Now, LOL I sort of get because you can't type out laugh out loud. It's kind of gay. But again, like me as a grown man, you'd be like, XRE IWWW. I'm like, what? What is that? Like, and then I just, sometimes people will text me and I'll just nod and go, okay. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, again, 45 years old. I'm too old for acronyms. So you guys are going to put acronyms on here, which people are going to probably start fucking doing now. Yeah. No, white men, it's not that I'm getting old. I'm just a grown man and not a 14-year-old schoolgirl. Like kids do that shit. Like I certain ones I know. And, Hudson Valley goes, see, like, Hudson Valley's acronym makes sense because his fucking name is too long to begin with. But HVPAS, that makes sense, right? AMTV, I guess that makes sense, but right? Like TMI, TTLY, what was it? What the fuck? Everybody knows what that one is. Fuck, shit, piss, right? FSP, that one I don't know. Dilligaff. And someone's like, that's not a word. So, and that's the other thing with acronyms. I sit there and I try to pronounce it. I'm like, why the fuck did they pronounce Gallifith? What is that? And it's an acronym. It's not a word. So, yeah. Bring your own beer. See, everybody knows that one. BYOB. What the fuck at WTH? Everybody knows that. But again, guys, they're just certain ones. I'm like, why? Just spell it out for me. Please. It helps. Our boy Marfugal is a grifter. Oh shit. BBC, Jason. No, I don't watch BBC News. See, and now here it goes. You talk about one thing, and then everybody starts putting fucking all the acronyms in it. This sucks. Move on. Chris, you don't like it. You don't like it, Chris. You can move on. Fucko. Um, fuck Joe. Right. BBW. Well, yes. Who doesn't like one of those? FU is that's fucking self-explanatory, man. But again, yeah, thanks for joining me, Chris, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you being here. But I got your back, you got mine. Is that an acronym? Would fucking IGYB what? No. You see, that's too long. Thank goodness it's Friday, right? TGIF. I mean, you get that. But now they want to fucking like they want to make everything an acronym now. It's like, come on, man. Seriously? And yeah, you know what? I might be getting old. You're right, because I'm like, fuck that. I don't like. The older you get, you fight change more. When you're younger, you're like, oh man, that's cool. Oh man, that's awesome. No, that shit is dope. Then you get older, you're like, why? Why the fuck do we got to change this? You know, like why did Quick chocolate milk have to stop using their tin containers? I like popping over the fucking lid up and shit like that. No, now they got this plastic lid or barrel, whatever the fuck it is. Then they moved over to syrup, which is really shitty. Like, leave everything alone, man. Just leave well enough alone. I'm fine with old school shit, you know. What was it? The Ovaltine, right? When Ovaltine was around, right? In the glass jar it used to be in with the fucking metal lid, you know. And then you make your Ovaltine. That was fucking good shit. Now it's in a plastic jar. Fuck, you know, like. Again, why did things have to change? Yeah, but Ovaltine fucking disintegrated. Like, you know, like as soon as you dropped it in there, stirred it around. Well, some of it settled at the bottom. Or like Strawberry Quick. How many people like Strawberry Quick? Strawberry Quick was the shit. Again, another one. TRC. Do I plan on helping Turkey and Syria? No. Not going over there. They have a bunch of rescue teams going over there. Actually, to be honest with you, there was a rescue team here in Jersey that I reached out to, and they're not going. So, no. And if they were going to send that rescue team out, I was going to, like, beg, borrow, and plead with them to go. But that wasn't the case. They're not going. But a lot of American search and rescue teams are going out there. Tiger, I wanted to go and help. And that's the thing, you know, getting out there and watching that devastation, they're going to need all help. Now, listen, if there's a sign up for volunteers, I'm in. I'm going. You know, I don't got anything else to do. I squared some shit away, and I would probably be gone for like a month. But I would want to be with the search and rescue and not fucking handing out water and soup. I know that's helping, but I'm going to get my hands dirty. Yes, I can do a show all in acronyms. I don't know, man. What's going on in Syria and Turkey, man, it's fucking shit. I mean, like, that is bad. And the crazy shit is that a lot of people wind up dying from hypothermia, from what a news report was saying, or somebody on YouTube was saying this. I heard it from Hudson Valley, but he said that it was a YouTube channel, I think, that said that a lot of people had died from hypothermia because it was so cold. I was like, holy shit. I didn't even think of that. So at this point, man, I would say after the next couple of days, it's going to be body recovery. I would probably say after today or after yesterday, it's just body recovery. Well, Quick, you can't drink it slow, but you have to constantly stir it. That's why you always had the spoon in there, right? You're always stirring it and drinking, stirring, stirring, because that shit was like cement. Just fucking sank at the bottom. Team Rubicon. Paul F., I will look into that. I did hear about them during Hurricane Sandy, when Hurricane Sandy hit here. Christian Prepper, thank you for the heads up. 10:05. All right, guys. With that being said, we're going to head over to the Angry Truth channel. the Angry Truth channel tonight. We are going to talk about our eggs and meat are under attack. That's going to be a shorter one, but we will. I'm going to head over there now and start it immediately. And I will see you guys over at the Angry Truth channel. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. Thank you for dealing with my acronym fucking deficiency ass. And I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Thank you.